Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Vechain. Once again, thank you for support. Big up the CoinsKid crew. Thank you to each and every single one of you, okay? Sorry I've not done a Vechain video for a few days. I've just been a bit under the weather. But hopefully get back into the swing of things right now, okay? And I'm not going anywhere. I did do a tweet the other day and everyone were panicking. All it was is a tweet saying, you know, if I'm not around in the future, do pay attention to this particular signal. It's the weekly golden cross, the buy and go to the beat signal. You know what that particular signal is. I'll show you right now off the bat for those of you who are not aware. So you can see we've only ever created it once in the history of this particular chart that we've got for Vechain, and that was way down here when this yellow line crosses a red line. It was down there on the 22nd of June last year when Vechain was trading under half a cent just there, okay? So yeah, you came up and you fell back into its support, you know, and at that point you can see we create that beautiful buy and go to the beat signal. It's when the yellow line, which is the 20 EMA, crosses the 55 EMA on the weekly time frame. That, my friend, is a buy and go to the beat signal from CoinsKid. Basically, you know, not financial advice, but lock it in and throw your phone in the bin and go to the beach basically and come back in a few years, because this is how long this particular signal can actually last for, okay? And so far, you know, we're well over a year, I think, from there to there. At the moment we've got no sign of creating a reversal of that particular signal, and you are currently, you know, way over, yeah, a year, obviously a year way over that signal. So it's an amazing signal. It's a lot rocking or shit. It's a massive signal, confirmation of a bull trend, a bull market. For me, you know, you've gone through this level of consolidation, this bear market, you came out of this V-shaped recovery here in the corona dump, and once you get that little beautiful buy and go to the beat signal just there, boom, see you later. Okay, so we've came close a couple of times to creating a death cross on the, well, we ain't even came close, to be honest with you, because this is how strong the market is. If you look, like I said to you, look what you're doing, you're bouncing off to 55, the red line, okay? Come up here, bounce off to 55 there, come up there, bounce off to 55 there, creating higher lows, extremely bullish, coming closer to the apex like you did here, get the break continuation. So there's nothing bearish about this chart, okay? There's no bear market here. There's a corrective phase of a bull market. This is your bull market, corrective phase, bull market, corrective phase, bull market. This is what I'm looking at until I'm not, okay? And I'll always stand by that judgment. The only way I will lose that judgment, if you roll over, lose this key level support, start to make lower lows, sorry, I do apologise, and at that point you lose the foundation that you created for yourself. And there's been no loss of foundation so far. You know, Vechain has held this low like an absolute boss. Look, boom, that's your low, okay? You lose this trend line right now, that could get quite nasty. You've fallen under the EMAs, you're rolling over. That for me is your confirmation of the bear, which will come. Don't be disillusioned. You will enter a bear market, okay? And when that does come, hopefully I can find the indicator for you, and I will give you a really good top indicator, which I'm keeping under close wraps, okay? But as it comes close to that particular top, I will tell you where that is. And that's why I wasn't screaming here, this is the end of the bull market, because I knew that this wasn't, and I still know that it isn't, okay? There is obviously the potential. I sound a bit confident, don't I? But this is why I have been confident, because I know that this particular phase here is the same as this phase. You've got the falling wedge, you've got the horizontal, the falling wedge, the horizontal. You're bouncing off trend lines in the RSI, which I've shown you. You've come down in the same wave count. You've come down in the same wave count here as well. You know, it's amazing. It's doing everything it needs to for continuation. So right now, you know, if we take a look on the 4-hourly time frame for Vechain, for me, you know, that's basically you're consolidating in a range. You know, you've come up impulsively off this low, you've broken out kilo resistance, and you're consolidating in a range before you move up. But what are you doing here? Look what you're doing. You're creating higher lows, okay? So essentially you're creating some kind of ascending triangle. Look at that, which is a bullish continuation pattern. Coming up, coiling up, boom, 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 get close to the apex, get your break, okay? Because you are on a technical target to that right now, the 1618. But like I said to you, you don't always want to take off into space like this. You keep doing that, you come crashing down harder and you lose support. And that's exactly why we had that whopping correction over here. Because if you look on the daily, we did start to get a little bit overextended here with this particular parabolic run, okay? And this is why a lot of people were screaming for the parabola, for the blow off top and for the bull market end. But I knew that this was a corrective phase of a bull market. It's not the end, okay? Because in bull markets, what you do when you have the parabolic top, and I'll show you it when it comes, what you do, you create a foundation like this. Look, you have your parabolic top. You only have to look at the history of the charts, okay? You come down, you hit a low, and you come up and you create a dead cat bounce. But then your next point of contact is the same low, and you start to do something like this, and it's basically a descending triangle, which is a bearish pattern. show me here where you've created a descending triangle. You're creating higher lows and lower highs. You're coiling up into a large horizontal, which is a continuation pattern of the trend in which you've come up into. Do you understand that? So that's why I've always been bullish, and I still am bullish until we create bearish patterns on a broader term, zoomed out, on a macro outlook. Basically, this is why I always say to you, if in doubt, zoom out. Okay, so remember that going forward. So yeah, we're doing really, really well. Vechain, like I said to you, is a beast. Look at this impulsive wave, comes up, consolidated. When you break out, you're going to look at a massive new impulsive wave, and I do think you're obviously going to meet that, and then you're going to come up and you're going to run into that level of resistance right there, which is the upper level of resistance of this huge horizontal that you're in. But once you break out of that, wow, you're off to the races, and you're looking at a brand new impulsive wave, which I've spoken to you about before, which brings you up to this white line, which is a full retracement, which is what you're doing. Look, you're falling down, you're broken out, and you're retracing, to these highs. This is why you run into levels of resistance. So you're doing everything you need to get there, okay? You're doing everything you need to get there. So for me at the minute, you've got a key level support, and we'll show you this. This is your key level support for Vechain right now. Look at this foundation, 10 cents. But what you're doing here, like I've said to you, you're creating a beautiful ascending triangle right now. So you've got your level of support and resistance right here. Okay, you can't quite break this high at the moment, because once you break this high and start to get through it, that's your technical target. Okay, but what you're doing, you're coiling up, and as long as you adhere to this level of support and this level of resistance, you coil up, and eventually you're going to get the break and the pop there for Vechain. And when you do, it's going to be absolutely electrifying here for Vechain. I do think you're absolutely going to take off into space. You're going to be looking at a retouch of that, retrace, break it, and you're looking at continuation, and you're looking at, I think personally, you're looking at a minimal $1.50 in this bull market for Vechain moving forward. Yeah, so that's basically Vechain. You've got your levels of support and you've got your levels of resistance right there. If you start to see yourself come up and break this level of resistance, even a 786, you start to get back above that, you're going to be attacking that level there at 11 cents. You break that, you're looking at a beautiful 1618 impulsive wave. So you could open a little long there of around about 7.8%, but I do think you're looking at continuation, and I do think you're at least coming up to that blue trend line. So you're looking at 20% upside there for Vechain. So yeah, that's a key level support just there. But you've got a key level support on this trend line. So come to your charts. If you do start to see a rollover, put some cheeky bids on this trend line wherever it comes to. Look, cheeky support there, support, boom, 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 boom. It's looking for continuation. That's Vechain. Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on Vechain. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.